What is up, guys, and welcome back to another vlog. In this series, I'm going to show you how to take a $1,500 car and turn it into a $5,000 car. But not this one. This one. This is my 2006 BMW 325i. Let me take you around and I'll show you all the things that are screwed up about it. This fell off, key mark here, window trim is rotten, this headlight is pitted and fogged. This fender is completely trashed. The wheels are all curved up and disgustingly black. This window tint is coming off and it's just got some packaging tape so that it doesn't pull off completely. All right, so a little backstory on this car. The friend who I bought this from actually took it to CarMax and they offered him $1,500 for the car. So that's essentially why I picked it up, because I know I could get a good deal from him. And I know that I can add value by doing a lot of elbow grease and a lot of things that people don't want to do. And I can raise the value from $1,500 from anywhere between $5,000 and $7,000 these things have been going for. So I'm gonna show you on the whiteboard all the things that I plan on doing over the next couple videos. All right, so these are the top projects for this car. There might be a bunch of stuff that comes up, but we're gonna kind of run through these and I will try to get as much as I can done today, and the rest will continue over the next week or two. So if you're interested in following this build, check out throtl90 on Instagram. I will be posting a bunch of stuff on my personal and the throttle page that shows you a how-to and all the steps that I did to make this car looking nice. So today I'm gonna be working with the steamer and removing this crappy window tint that's all over the car. The next thing, I'm gonna be installing the OEM windshield trim, so scraping that old one off with a razor blade, replacing it with a new one, cleaning everything up. The third thing for the day is going to pick up a fender. So I found a fender locally. I'm gonna rip off that bad fender that's all bacon fendered out, put on the new one. Now, unfortunately, it is the wrong color, but it's like a nice dark gunmetal, and I think I can repaint it. It'll look really, really nice. In addition, here are the rest of the things that I need to do. Rear window trim, as I showed you guys. New rotors and pads are on order from the throttle store. Repaint and repair the wheels that are all curved up and disgusting. And then repaint the body panels. That's that front fender and the front bumper. And the last but not least, a very, very important thing when selling a car is detailing it and taking really, really nice pictures. Now, as you guys can see here, I think this has been on here maybe 5 to 10 years or so, and it's already starting to peel off. So I have a little steamer here. I was watching some YouTube videos, and this seems to be the best way. So now, disclaimer, I've never done this before, but let's go ahead and try with the steamer and a razor blade and see if I can get this tint off. So what's happening is the tint is separating from the glue. I'm trying to get it off in one piece, but it looks like it's separating into a lot of different little pieces. I'll try to show you guys. I'm actually switching over to the iPhone 10 right now. Hopefully this quality is not too bad. But what I figured out is you really just got to use the steamer and the razor blade and go slow, and it's starting to peel up both of the layers of the tint, like the glue layer as well as the tint layer. So this is really hard to do by yourself and film it. So I'm just gonna set up the camera and try to do a time lapse of removing this entire window tint. I'm gonna give you guys kind of an update. Actually, it came off really, really clean. There's a couple little glue lines that I'll be able to get with the razor blade, but this is what I'm working with right now. The tint is kind of pinched in this corner here. It looks like it's loose. It's just gonna be kind of hard to get a hold of. So I'm gonna get this off, and then I'm gonna show you how to remove this excess glue on the window, which is very hard to see on camera. But I'm just gonna use the razor blade and the steam. That should come off good, and we'll move on to the next window. Finished the passenger rear window now, and it actually came out really, really clean. It doesn't take too long as you use the steamer and you have good amount of steam going on there, and it doesn't break up into a lot of little pieces. It actually comes off pretty smooth, followed up with a little razor blade. All right, so I just ran out of time. I realized I'm gonna be late to go pick up the fender, so I'm gonna put this on pause. I'll catch up with you guys in the car when I go pick up the fender. We'll see how it comes out. So just pulled in to meet this guy with the fender. I'm not gonna film too much just for privacy of the seller, but let me go ahead and check in with you guys after I pick up the fender and I'll show you how it is.
A few minutes later.
All right, just got a fender. It's actually in really good condition. Now, unfortunately, it is a different color, but it was local and it was super quick to find it. So it's right there in the back. So I'm gonna head to the shop right now. We're gonna continue the removal of the window tint, and then we're gonna go ahead and toss that fender on the front. Let's see how everything lines up and fits. Hopefully get rid of this noise. Horrible. All right, so just got to the hunt quarters. There's actually no one here, which is quite a change. So I decided to pull the car in. I'm gonna go ahead and work on the passenger front window right now. It's just gonna be like the last one, so I'm gonna just set up a time lapse, let this thing go. This window is actually the worst one, but hopefully it won't be too hard to take off. I'm not gonna bore you guys with these two windows, so let's just go ahead and flip to the finished product right now. All right, so that project is complete. The windows are nice and clear. There's still little remnants here and there, but pretty much got this looking great. And it'll be nice to have the windows going up and down smoothly. One thing I forgot to mention is that the tint was all coming off and it was making so much noise. I think it was partially damaging the regulators inside. So anyways, moving on to the next step. This is another task for the razor blade. So we're gonna go ahead and remove this old windshield trim here. It's just flaking off. And I have a new OEM trim right here we're gonna go ahead and replace. This old trim, I actually can't even use a razor blade. All this stuff is just flaking away, and I really don't think there's any easy way to do this besides just grinding this off with your fingers and pulling out this plastic trim here. If anyone knows how to do this easier, obviously I'm gonna be done with this process at that point, but maybe someone who's watching this has to do this, so you can help them out in the comments below. So I got a little backup here from the mixer. We are trying to clean up all this residue here with a little bit of acetone. It's being very, very stubborn, but we want to make sure that gets really clean so that we can have a nice clean surface. And the new OEM trim already comes with the double stick tape here. So you just kind of press fit it into the glass, and then that double stick tape will hold the backside, and we'll be looking OEM in no time. Okay, so this is the new fender that I picked up, and obviously the color is not correct, it's not black. But what's good about it is there's no dents, no major scratches or anything like that, so it should be pretty easy for me to prep this and repaint it. Now, unfortunately, I do not have this paint on hand right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and order it online in a spray can, and we will go ahead and prime, scuff, and paint that as soon as that gets in. So the other thing that I just ordered was a set of new rotors and pads for this car. So there's really a lot of stuff that's coming together. I'm actually pretty excited. And now the car is it's running really well, and we just got to make it a little bit nicer. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up outside, and we can kind of assess all the other stuff I need to do to the outside. All right, so now that the car is all cleaned up, or at least halfway cleaned up, we can do kind of a full walk around and assess the paint. One thing I noticed when I was washing it, you can actually feel all the particulate on it. So it's definitely gonna need a very, very deep clay bar, wash, wax, polish, etc., etc. The rear end is okay, a couple little nicks, but I don't think I'm gonna touch anything there. I just purchased this window trim online, so that's in the mail. The new window trim looks really nice, a big improvement on that. So moving forward to the front bumper, it's definitely got a big scrape under here, a couple big chips, and one thing I noticed over on this side is all the paint is all cracking right where this accident was. So I'm gonna see if I can find a black front bumper. That will probably save a lot of money. I really don't wanna have to repaint that if I don't have to. And I'm definitely gonna pick up a new BMW roundel. You'd be surprised at how big of a difference that makes, and they only cost about 25 bucks. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed all of that content today. There is a lot more to come with the E90. Honestly, I'm just trying to make it a nice, clean daily driver, something that I'm proud of. I really am tired of driving the car where it's in such rough condition. So if you like what you saw in this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys in the next one. Stay tuned for a lot more content on this car right here.